Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Kings blew them away.
They jumped out all over the Noles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. They'll run the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Miami! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Spears. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And here comes the offense on second down. Power football with the run.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Seminoles! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy...
Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Mills. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Toss sweep to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. It's reverse. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finds his tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Spears. pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's got great speed. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man to the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Galladay. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to scramble. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is.
He caught it! Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Movement here from the tight end. The aerial assault continues. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
On second down, wants to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good. It put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UCLA is running away with this one right now. And it's kind of felt that way since we heard the first 8 clap today. They're up by 21 over BYU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The give to the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Spears. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On third down, he drops the throw. And they got him for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Noles will punt this one away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
He looks that one in nicely. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
To the air on first down. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot, and they executed that play beautifully.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out.
Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
The defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways and try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Oh, it's a reverse. Sliding off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll go to the air. Coming after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Spears. Getting some heat. Powers through the defender.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
With the catch, it's Miles. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking left. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up in the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Zings it complete to the right. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be a great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these type types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Pocket starts to collapse. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is blocked. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Gets it across the 10 to pick up a 5 and out of trouble to the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
At the 37, and your Miami Hurricanes will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Oh, he wants it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
1st down here for the offense. Toss sweep right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much,
Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 50, Florida State 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Spears. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. He's got his man.
Well, after that completion, it's decision time now. 4th down here close to the goal line. You're down a couple scores in the 4th quarter. You can just kick an easy field goal, take the points, but then you've got to rely on your defense to get you the football back to give you an opportunity to win this game.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no!
Number 29 in the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. At the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Spears. He lofts one down the sideline. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll just keep slinging it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And the Noles will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short term. And it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Spears. It's complete on the right side. At the 45 on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. from the gun. Trying to get to it. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play there's a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Spears. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And his offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
He got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. It'll be a draw. Open space at the 25. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for